Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Igor. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Alexei, how are you doing today? I'm doing just fine. Thank you. Okay, guys, how are you all doing? Let's activate the chat and see the feedback from our clients and users. We haven't talked to each other for quite a while. Somebody wrote back to me recently asking what's going on. Why don't you reach out to us? What's going on? I was laughing out loud because there's so much being done, and some people see only black, thinking that something is wrong. Guys, you cannot even imagine how well things are going. It's like summer outside, and it's really hot, but it's so hot inside, not only because of the temperature outside, but because we are hot in action within the team. So please share your feedback. Marianne is writing, where have you been? In fact, the last AMA session happened on the 17th of June. So today is 1 month day for day. Yes, 1 month. We started started to miss you, and today we're going to have fun with the news and all the announcements we have prepared for you. Many people were waiting for that, waiting for something interesting. I'm sure we're going to elate many of you, but all the tasty bits will be left for the end of today's session. And now we're going to start with something with the announcement of what happened over the past 30 days. We're going to start and you will see what I'm driving at. Okay, let us first share what has happened over the past month since the previous AMA session. As far as crypto cards are concerned, you might have seen our posts on the official Telegram channel and in my channel and in Igor's channel. I will explain what's happening with our crypto card application. We're now encountering a situation when regulators are introducing ever more so strict requirements for the cards, and we need either to comply or stop working with this product. But the worst thing is that between us and you, there are some middle persons. DexNet is not the company that issued the cards. The cards are issued by Visa and MasterCard, and there are some intermediary banks who might provide such services to corporate clients. And the situation is that with the cards that start with 461, these three digits, we are going to phase them out totally from the use, from the circulation. It was not our initiative, it's just that the issue of those cards stopped existing. In fact, because of this reason, we are asking you very much the money that you're keeping in the card, keep it in the amount that you're prepared to spend. We have some negotiation arrangements with the issuer. The money is going to be transferred back to us. We are returning money from our accounts as well and waiting for the same token from the issuer. And it's great that we managed to strike a deal with that issuer. And there are many other service providers in the world. And it's true not only about our cards, generally all the cards, please use those cards only to keep that manageable amount of funds that you would require for daily spending. Now about the balance, what you will need to do. In order to get it returned, you need to write to the tech support first and show your BEP20 wallet. The return will be done considering also the commission costs. We will return that to you as well. And at the end, we're going to issue a new card for you, free of charge, of course. We have an internal deadline to do it within 3 weeks. Well, let's take a headway of 1 month for that. And then we'll be able to connect new cards. Now, about the cards which start with 525, three digits, you can continue using them. Everything is good. But I'm asking you, again, it's not our cards and not our bank. Keep only the funds which are not critical for you if something goes wrong. Now, what else? We're preparing full-fledged application for crypto cards. We need a couple of more months and we'll have it. It will have much broader functionality than with a bot, but generally speaking, it will be as convenient as with a bot. Now about the marketing place. Dex Store is open still to exchange DNC for DexNet tokens or merch. We have concealed crypto cards, and I've just explained to you what has happened. We are waiting for new issuers to come forward. DexPN 365 days. A promo code can be activated within 1 month, and DNC can be exchanged until August 31st. Now, about DexPN, we have prepared a new update, and the service will be more understandable, more user-friendly. And in terms of security, we have added many other nice bits. Tomorrow, we're going to roll out a post how to upload the update, and it will take a couple of hours. What will change? It will become easier to use and more convenient. You can use one key for 3 devices simultaneously, like laptop, tablet PC, smartphone, or I don't know, TV with Android TV. And we add 20 locations. We have rented more IP addresses. That's why we are going to expand the locations up to 20 more. Dex Mobile now. We are working on the update of the full application now. In the previous month, we added global tariff plans and eSIMs with unlimited term of action. It means when you buy yourself 1 GB of memory and you're not using it up in 7 days, 30 days, or 1 year, no matter how days go by, you can continue using it if you still have this traffic. Yes, another interesting thing. Until the end of the week, we're going to add the switch of the currencies, and we do it to have dirham as the main currency because it will allow us to work with the cards as well. We're going beyond the crypto processing this way, and we're moving towards that direction. And about DexID, the application DexID has been launched already in Dex Cards, DexPN, DexCloud, and Dex Mobile. So gradually, step by step, we are moving forward. And today we're going to make more announcements about more updates about blockchain. And I'm turning it over to Igor now. Yes, everything that Alexis said, I fully subscribe to his sentiments. A lot of interesting things are being made, a lot of updates. And we're not, sitting idly. And DexID is working already. It was very important for many people. You can use it whenever you notice some bugs. Your feedback will be more than welcome. So please use it and watch how it can be used. About Dex Mobile, the good thing is that we're actively working towards adding fiat solutions, fiat payments that would enable you to pay with cards for Apple Pay, Google Pay, with Google Pay, such kind of opportunities. We're also working on that, and it's not easy. Working with merchants is always quite challenging. I remember whenever we had to work with merchants, it's quite a hard work. You need to have a knack of how to work with them. All those limits, they take a lot of time. And we have reached the final stage, I guess, and very soon we'll be able to tell you about new fiat payment solutions. Next, about blockchain. Many people might find it interesting. I see our community is becoming ever so more active in DexNet. I see your activity in the chat, and it's great because aside from that chat, in a number of other chats, we see it, and I'm quite happy with the dynamics. We have launched Galaxy platform in partnership with other projects, and we have more than 10. And yesterday we were looking at it. We had about 11 or 12,000 people who became members of our testnet, who are participating in different assignments, and it's just the beginning. And already we have more than 10,000 participants, which is super cool. Aside from having a group of ambassadors and some influencers and bloggers who are catching on things, you might see them in info space. Of course, it goes towards global marketing mostly. not we're not less focused on CIS market. It goes global, and very soon we're going to reveal some additional news, what markets we're going to focus on. And it's not going to be just active entry on the market as we wanted. People are going to talk about this. Influencers are going to promote it. A couple of locations I can reveal now. It will be Korea, it will be China, it will be Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Latin America is going to be included as well. Different influencers are going to promote us, and the European market as well. Many people will start talking about blockchain and DexNet, and very soon, already yesterday, in fact, they start to share their posts, and you will see in your chat some crypto communities issuing posts about DexNet, about blockchain, about the next stage that we expect to have in the blockchain. It's all being done. Next thing, we're doing testnet quite well. We're testing absolutely everything we have there technically. Moreover, we have connected more than 50 different validators who are connected already. We look at their stable work, and we have an internal deadline according to which by the end of July we're going to connect. At least that's what we are expecting to have, those 500 validators that we have, so that they could be all connected. And then we'll tell you how to look at it, how to make sure that your validation right, if you have it, how it is part of testnet and where you can see it and where you can see the notification about it. So this thing is quite close already. Those people were waiting hard for that. That's what's happening now. We're testing it by the end of July. We expect to connect all the validators, and it will be the very final test in August. We're preparing for September. We're preparing for mainnet. We're preparing for exchanges. We're actively negotiating with large foundations. Yesterday, I was having a meeting. Today, I had a meeting. Tomorrow, I'll be having a few phone calls with the potential foundations and projects who want to be part of our business, who want to stand next to us, stand by us, and become part of our X1 EcoChain ecosystem. It is very good. It's great that market starts appreciating it from the good side. And initially, we were like the underdog. We were not fully packaged. Now we're fully packaged, and we can stand tall and walk towards any Zoom webinars, towards any meetings with any foundations, because we have many things to tell. We can show our ecosystem. Those of you who are not deep into the matter, please read into it. We have chats and sources of information for you to understand all sorts of information. We have different presentations. It's readily available. You can start using it. You can become part of testnet, because testnet is just not testnet for testnet's sake. You can find a lot of privileges there, a lot of benefits. You can participate in airdrop. It's all done for a community so that you could participate and get some benefit out of it. So it's all done, and many people are actively involved in it. I see it by chat activity. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for testing it. Thank you for feeding back to us your comments. What else? We have a very important thing here. I guess we can move over to one of the important things. We've been thinking hard, not really thinking, but rather it was our logical need to expand our cloud. We have such a good problem or challenge that we have a number of large corporate clients who want to use our corporate cloud, but we are not powerful enough to give this cloud space to them. That's why we're preparing additional functionality for corporate clients. When we'll start using it ourselves, we'll show by our example how it can be done, but we want to scale up to ensure the increase of the cloud space considerably, to start working on the corporate clients and sign some contracts with them. We have many companies who are waiting for this to grow, and they expect for our offer so that they could start cooperating with us. In other words, we have genius decisions how we can reinforce it, how we can expand that cloud, but we're not going to reveal it just yet to you. We're going to tell it to you next time at the next AMA session. Take my word for it. You cannot even expect it happening in the format that we are thinking about. It's going to be a very good instrument to make sure that it works very quickly. That will enable us to expand our cloud, to start working with corporate clients, and it's going to reinforce not only the cloud, but the blockchain and the whole ecosystem. Because we're going to have many more opportunities and much more power. If you have anything to add, Alexei, shoot. Yes, I can shoot. We have found a very interesting solution that we've been working on for the past 6 months. And now we realize that this is exactly that can expand the ecosystem of DexNet. This is what can increase your personal sales for sure. And it will allow us to expand our cloud as well. Now, with the assistance from a certain algorithm, we're going to leave it for the next AMA session. We have other things to discuss today, but with the assistance from a certain algorithm, we'll be able to very quickly expand our cloud. The growing cloud can be welcoming and attracting decent clients. Now we'll be able to affect not only the exchange rate of the token, but also the number of tokens on the balances of our clients. So we are preparing a lot of interesting things. And this is the kind of state of mind when, how do you put it? When you've seen the Santa Claus, you've seen the bag full of toys, but you cannot reveal this secret to others because you're going to be punished for that. This way we'll spoil the surprise. I want to tell you and show you everything, but I want to keep it a surprise, to keep it as a proper gift when people can extract it from the bag instead of us with Igor showing it to you before time. Yes, and most important thing is that I have a feeling like at the beginning, at the onset of something big, when you feel that something interesting is coming, something powerful, strong is coming, which is going to empower all of us, empower our sales and the motivation of our partners and the clients. And we're moving in that direction because this is the kind of instrument or leverage that we were sorely lacking. But I promise to tell you about everything about this at the next AMA session. There, you will have to find a comfortable seat and hold tight to something because information is going to be astounding. People are asking what kind of size of the cloud clients asking for. There are different clients. One client from Abu Dhabi says, I want 5 petabytes. I need 5 petabytes. Okay, we have 5 petabytes, but we cannot give it all to one person. We want to test it first. We want to test it en masse to make sure that different thousands of clients are using it. So we have such clients for 2, 3, 5 petabytes, and there are clients and more. That's what we need now. And that can really boost the whole community and the business. So that solution is fully in line with what we're doing. Victor is writing, make sure that it's not 1 month from now, the next AMA session. Do it at 2 weeks after now. Yeah, I guess it will be sooner than 1 month from now. Just keep an eye on our official Telegram channels. Sometimes we're prepared to do it overnight, to as early as tomorrow. But when we go deeper into the matter, we realize that we require some additional changes or improvements. It's better still that we will make the official announcement. Just keep an eye on our official information resources. Okay, what else do we have? In fact, these were the main pieces of news that we wanted to share. Everything we said is following the plan. There are no deviations whatsoever. We're closely working on the health tech products. We're also working on that. We'll have a separate AMA session for that, for show and tell. Everything else we told you, it's all work in progress. We have many other instruments, fun, interesting instruments that we're adding to make it easier for you when you'll be able to talk on behalf of the product to promote it, because all of it is going to be properly grouped in one place. You'll find it more convenient to use all of it. So a lot is being done. It's just that we're going to do it one step at a time. Now, I suggest we break the first piece of news. Okay, Igor, over to you. And then we'll start answering questions because I see already questions coming into the chat. So we're going to tell you one thing first. Some people might not have even been thinking about it. You couldn't even imagine that it is possible. But at one moment in time, we sat down and said, okay, we have DexNet token. Why not use DexNet token as a product? Because there are all sorts of products, but we have DexNet token as a product, which is a product in itself. And we decided to launch the product fully connected to DexNet. Now I'm going to show you some slides. And on that slide, you will see everything. Okay, now, hopefully you can see my slide. Yes, it's all there. Now it's full screen, right? What do you think, guys? We're launching a new promo, which is totally related to DexNet token. And it must reinforce the position that we have now with DexNet token. This will provide limitless benefits to everybody who will be using it. It will be quite obvious as a benefit. You will see how useful it is to use this product in this format. Guys, can you please click on the plus sign in chat if you could see the slide? Now there is no slide. Just a second, I'm going to use a different slide now. While Igor is opening it up, yes, I can see your plus signs. Good. So the slide was there. Guys, we have staking. And the staking is available only to those people who have DEX nodes. And many people were asking, okay, can you provide staking opportunity? And we were thinking how to make it more fun and make it more appealing to the community and to make sure that the staking would be working for the promotion of the token instead of just staking for the staking's sake. So that would increase the visibility of token and other services. So the product that is going to be launched, I guess, as of today by all three distribution companies, please keep an eye on your back office, how it is going to happen. But as soon as you see new products of the distribution companies, please be attentive about them. Nina is writing that I cannot see. What should I do? Nina, just give me 1 minute. I'm going to share it very soon. Alexei can take a couple of questions while I'm at it. Okay, then I'm going to scroll back to the questions in the beginning. I hope the crypto card will have a separate application not linked to Telegram. Yes, it is going to be in a separate dedicated app, but even the app that you're using through Telegram is not linked to Telegram in any way. Whatever you're writing in that application, these data are not shared with Telegram. It is like a separate inset. It's like web applications, like a separate site. When you're entering a website in internet, it works about the same manner, just that instead of the browser, you have an internal browser of Telegram. I would like to get an opportunity in Dex Mobile to buy additional traffic for existing eSIM or buy a constant subscription. Yes, Sergey, we have in our plans, and we are are over equator about this. So we are going to have it working very soon. We have found a way to keep the SIM card, maintain the high level of security. Alex is asking, can you on issue RWA tokens? I guess you're talking about real economy tokens. If you're talking about this, then yes, no problem. We will be able to do that. The blockchain allows us to do that. It's just that you will need a real asset to fund that token, if I understood your question correctly, of course. Now, again, you're not going to, I'm going to lose some sleep over your announcements. Yeah, guys, a lot of things are happening here. What is the side of the cloud asked by corporate clients, different sizes in the number of petabytes. 8 petabytes is the maximum that asked. I think I've just shared my slide. Let's see if you can see it. If you can see it, let's go through it. Okay, guys, click on supply science if you can see. Ah, you can see it. Okay, good. Look, there is an opportunity now because this product is being launched and you will be able to buy DexNet tokens within packages. We have packaged DexNet tokens into packages which are going to be sold by distributors companies. Whoever is, no matter what distributors company you're part of, you will see it in your back office to see how you can buy these packages and how they work. The packages will start with from the value of $100, $500, $1,500, $3,000, $7,500, $25,000 up to $50,000. This is the promo, which will work up to 90 days or until 120 million tokens. We have two options how to arrange or close this promo. Either when 90 days expire or when we achieve 100 million tokens allocated for that promo. It is the same staking that you're part of, that we have it. Many people are saying that they want to be part of the staking opportunity. That's why we thought up about this product in the beginning, because many people were saying that I don't have Dex node, I have no possibility, or I want to put tokens in staking. So this opportunity is open for you through the stake packages. You can be part of the staking and get a lot of benefits upon the expiration of 1-2 years of the staking. You will get in the 1 year, you will be able to get either 50% interest rate in tokens of DexNet tokens, so in 2 years you will get 60% of annual interest rate in DexNet tokens. That's a big pool if we look at it in 1 or 2 years. It's just that we want to allow you, once again, and those people who couldn't be part of the staking opportunity, you can re-enter it now, be part of this action. Another important thing to remember, if you are going for 1 year staking, then you'll have staking for 12 years that will be locked for 12 months, and ever since 12 months until the 24th month, you will have 1/12 of your staking volume unlocked. So this is one precondition that you should understand from the very beginning. If you go for 2 years staking, then for 2 years, the amount is fully locked in staking because you get 60% per year. And as of the 25th month, every month, you get part of that amount unlocked. And at the end, you get all the tokens that you can freely use. I guess this is all we had to explain. It's important to understand that perhaps this is going to last for less than 90 days. That's why we wrote here up to 90 days or up to 120 million, 100 billion tokens, because there are 100 million tokens, because there are some things that can affect it from happening. And if you were willing to participate in the staking opportunity and want to get this interesting benefit for that, then now you have this great opportunity. Perhaps that's all I had to share. Alexei, if you have anything to add. If not, okay, guys, how do you like this news? Please provide your feedback in the chat. Did you expect it? Do you find it interesting or not? Do you understand what I'm talking about? I guess, Igor, people have not fully embraced this idea. First important thing, guys, please consider it as a staking, which will be available for all. Even from as much as $100, people will be able to use the staking. How different is it from just going out and buying these tokens on the exchange? If you have DexNote, no problem. But if you don't have DexNote, this is the only opportunity. Another important thing, 50% of annual staking in DexNet you are getting on your balance right away. In other words, you go for 100 USDT, you buy a certain amount of tokens. Let's try to imagine, let it be 1,000 tokens. And on your balance, you get 1,500 tokens. Already, you get 50% there. It's just that 12 months after that period, the vesting will start when you will start unfreeze it 1/12 volume at a time. Or if you're going for 2 years, you will get bigger percentage, of course. Now, the tastiest bits that many people were thinking about, but were afraid to ask maybe, why these packages, why, instead of just a readily available token on the exchange? We encountered this situation, and I personally encountered this situation, but unlike the distributor companies, I'm thinking for the betterment of the whole company and not only for my money. I'm not trying to criticize anybody here. I'm just saying that we have different types of people in our clientele. And when I meet a person and I suggest a DEX note to that person, a person reading through tokenomics, sometimes he tells me, look, I would instead buy tokens now because I don't have enough amount to buy the DEX node. Maybe I'll buy it later, but I instead would buy tokens. And what I encounter in real life, I realize that it's would be just yet another holder of DexNet tokens. They will start reading, studying it, study different services, and become full-fledged participant of our community, at least. But on the flip side, if I were a distributor of the marketing company, I would rather not tell that person that go and buy token for the future, because instead I wouldn't see any personal benefits for me from this transaction. So that's why the price of these packages is shown as a bonus is given as a bonus to distributors companies based on their compensation plan. Each distributors company is going to credit a reward for the activation of these packages, for the recommendation of these packages. If somebody buys these packages upon your referral, they have tokens in their staking in the amount of certain amount plus 50 or 60 plus 60%. And you get for that one-off reward. And now you have a motivation to share such recommendation. What happens next? We set up an automatic script which will make sure that the sizes that you pay for, some of them minus the payments to the partnership program, automatically buys out tokens from the exchange. In other words, each purchase of the package will automatically purchase tokens from the exchange without any delays, up to 2-minute delay while transactions are going through the blockchain. But in fact, it's happening in blockchain instantaneously. As a result, now, for instance, you bought a package for, say, 100 USDT, and on the balance of this package, you have a certain number of tokens. You have added to that balance percentage of staking, and the token itself will start growing in value because attention to it will start to grow as well. We are limiting this promo because it's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to speed up and pick up your mood in summer in our clientele environment, because usually business-wise, summer is always quite slow, but we're preparing to what is going to happen in September when people will become more proactive. So there is a great opportunity within this period of time to speed up the token and to improve your own mood by observing the balance of the token, which is growing in value as well. And involve more people into our community. And this promo is limited. Either it is limited to 100 million tokens, whatever comes first. This is the amount that we allocate for that, realizing that certain amounts are going to be given away or allocated. That's why the share size is limited. And the second limitation is 90 days. But it is quite possible that they will end earlier than that because we have other instruments at play and we're going to observe which ones of those instruments are going to be activated. And as soon as we realize that, okay, we need to put a stop to this promo, we're going to make such an announcement. Super. Thank you very much. Now it's much clearer. That's why we need two heads. Two heads are better than one. Then it becomes clear. Now it's super clear. Guys, provide your feedback, please, and we'll start to answer your questions now. We have about 20 minutes to answer your questions. So let's do just that. Okay, now we have a Google form with the questions somewhere, Alexei. I suggest we go by the chat now. I guess you've already taken a couple of questions. Yes, I was somewhere in the beginning. Let me see through all of it. There was a question whether it would be possible to buy Dex card and Dex store until August 31st. I guess yes, if we decide and we chase out all the kinks out of our arrangements with the providers, and you'll be able to buy them before August 31st. Yeah, I guess it's quite feasible to expect it by the time. Okay, I found where I stopped. Victor was the last one. What? It's a genius solution, quite easy and straightforward to connect hard drives to each text node. Yeah, we were looking at this as well, but we found even quicker one than that because here we are talking about certain logistics with the hard drives, right? Victor is asking for telephone. Telephone? Are we going to? We're going to keep silent about any phone solutions now, okay? Okay, Artyom is writing after the launch of blockchain, how new nodes are going to be launched if there was no access to it, like you don't have service. It's done through smart contracts. All DEX nodes are activated through smart contract. That's why we have launched it in a mix format when a proof of authority is mixed with proof of staking. By these two consensus and the smart contract, we're connecting or excluding DEX nodes. It's an interesting idea about this, and as soon as we fully test it, before the launch of the mainnet, we're going to make this announcement with a full description, and we'll make it readily available for you how to become a validator. But it will be beyond our control. I can tell you right away, and it's an important thing to understand. Mikhail, Alexei Igor, hello. My question, are you planning to register the company or its branch in one of the leading companies of the EU, such as Germany, Switzerland, Luxembourg? I understand it's a delicate issue, but stay assured that this step will increase the reputation of the company. And based on that, the attitude of potential clients to the use of services of the ecosystem will be changed for the better. Yes, Mikhail, thank you for your question. If we were in a live discussion now, perhaps I would start arguing with you about this, but it would be just a friendly argument or dispute. I don't think it would work, aside from us running into additional costs as a company. Because, well, let's be honest, we do realize that 90% of our community are the people coming here not for the technology, unfortunately. For me, it was a bitter truth which opens up my eyes when I see that something you're creating something, you're full in love with your product and think that everybody else is loving this product, but then you expect the same kind of attitude. But as we can see, most of the people are interested in token or rather its growing value. Whatever goes beyond that, people find it as a prelude. In spite of the valuation of the company at $100 million, in spite of the legal documents about the technology, in spite of our chic advisor, people find it not enough, because they are just interested in the token. That's why if we open a branch in Luxembourg, Germany, Switzerland will invite Jean-Claude Van Damme for the opening ceremony. It's not going to affect the things in any way. We'll create more headache for ourselves on the territory of EU, because that's exactly what we want to avoid. And as a business person and as an entrepreneur, I can tell you that where we stand now is the ideal place to create business, both in terms of the taxes and other things. That's why I see no sense to do anything in Europe about this. But again, I would agree with Alexei that it's not going to change things for us, judging from the situation and what is happening in the EU now. It's not going really to change things for us. Ever more so that it cannot really strengthen our standing, because what we have already done, it's strong as it is. We have support and endorsement, whatever we need to work globally. Thank you, Igor. Irina, I'm asking the moderators to write to Yuri is writing that I have a proposal for collaboration with different projects, and my proposal is to increase our community. Please write to my personal account. I will try to explain. Colleagues, can you please get in touch with Yuri? Elmira. Okay, Victor is writing, which size of the external storage can one node manage? In one node, we have two USBs, one 2.0, another 3.0. And whatever is the throughput capacity of the controller between the USB and the hard drives, we can take as much as 80 terabytes or even more. The thing is that it's not advisable to keep so much memory in one single space because it makes it vulnerable. Okay, questions? Pluses, pluses, okay. Okay, Igor already answered this. Okay, does it make sense to buy additional backup DexNet and put it next to the one with the validator in case it breaks down? And how does validator nodes work if it breaks down? Am I going to lose my validators right next to other 500 validators? Yuri, perhaps you can lose it, but you will lose it with time. We'll show all the protocols how it is happening, but it will happen closer to mainnet. What is more important is that you have a key to that DEX node. That's why if you have a backup DEX node, you'll be able to use it for the different DEX node. If you're the first one is offline. If it is online, of course, you won't be able to activate it. But anyway, Yuri, everything should be done through tech support. And I guess everything is going to be all right with your DEX node. But should something bad happen to it, our guys from tech support can help you with that. Should I buy tokens from the company or from the market? Guys, these packages are going to be launched in distributors company as of today. Please look after today's broadcast and ask your questions or address them to the distributors company. The difference is the following. If you buy it from off of the market, you're just buying tokens. They're readily available for you at any moment in time, but only in the amount that you bought it. But if you're buying it through the back office of distributors companies, then your transaction is then buying off tokens from the exchange, like you're buying from the exchange. But additional to that, you get an additional bonus. First of all, you're into staking, and the tokens are going to be locked for a certain period of time. And secondly, you can also provide your referral links to others and get bonus for that. Yes, token value is going to skyrocket. Yeah, we also hope so. Go and buy them as soon as possible. Yeah, also right sentiment. I fully subscribe to that. I entered a bit late. I don't understand. I guess soon you'll become part of the context and or you'll rewatch the recording. It's a great news. I need to understand the difference between the packages. Anatoly, usually the most expensive ones are more profitable. Sergey is writing, okay, I understand now that tokens value is going to grow really quick. Go and buy it quickly. Yes. Well, mostly I see emotions. No more questions here. No, more questions. Token on staking in packages. Is it going to bought from the market? Yes. Bought the bot automatically is going to buy them from the market. It's not the company selling their own pools of tokens. Because we did have a dedicated pool for staking too, and we allocated 100 million tokens from that to speed up its value. Alexei Igor, hello. I have three questions. I.e., are you planning to register the company or its branch in one of the EU countries? I already answered this. Second question, I see that in the DexSafe there is no opportunity to buy Dex mobile service for DNCs. Is it going to be like this? I see that there is no possibility to buy Dex mobile with DNC. Okay. It's going to continue to be like this. Yes, there is no possibility to buy it for DNC. We'll revisit it later. Will there be a possibility to buy Dex card at Dex Store for DNC until 31st of August? Yes, you will be able to do that. Partnership program. There will be an interest for all, both the buyers and partners. Exactly, I share your sentiment, Tatiana. Great product, thank you. Arthur is writing, which actions can affect airdrop in testnet, which is happening here, the number of transactions, number of X1s, or something else. Igor, you please answer this question. Yes, what you need to do here is do some actions. The more actions you do, the higher will be your score, the higher will be your level, and then you'll be part of the airdrop. So the more activity you show, the better for everybody. Thank you, Igor. Ruslan is writing, guys, please be honest. Will there be Dex phone? Because I just need to change my old phone. I need to buy a new one. What's going on here? A lot of provoking questions I see here. Yeah, it's hard to answer this. I cannot leave the person hanging. Guys, if your phone is still alive, keep it. But if it's going really bad, you need to replace it now. That's what I can tell you. It's hard for me to answer your question. Okay, perfect. Our token is going to grow in value. I've seen bloggers video about Sigma with Igor. Can you tell more about this, please? Well, if what you have seen with bloggers, that information is the absolute all that we can share so far. I guess very soon we're going to make the official announcement of that. Just we want to have a proper rolling out of this product. Just give us more time. We have a lot of parallel developments, guys, and we have decided not to reveal information about all of them. We'll make announcement only when we are really close to the release. But as for Sigma, yes, a lot of work is being done. We're going to show it to you soon. Just 10 minutes before this Zoom webinar started, we were discussing Sigma. Can we reveal something about this? Okay. We then said, okay, as soon as we are prepared to do a full-fledged presentation, we'll dedicate full AMA session to that. Let's focus on what we have told you already, and then gradually we'll reveal additional information about other products. Anyway, it's going to be something fun and interesting. Dmitry is writing to us. It's really cool. Buying tokens is going to lead to the increase in the value of token. Plus motivation. Products will be that will double the focus toward partners. Yes, those people who are working with the markets, they understand what is going to happen very soon here. When are you going to invent the phone? Iskander, we have invented it already. Iskander, don't worry. We are working on it. Just give us some time, okay? I understand. Anyway, this information is going around anyway. So as soon as I have some news to share, I will reveal it to you. Please provide some additional information because there are new slides and no new information. Unfortunately, what I've shown, this is the best I can show. Just give us some time and then we'll show you full information. You don't have to wait too long. We want much more than you do to tell you everything. We're fighting against ourselves whether to reveal it or not, tell you or not. But let's hold it back a bit. We have this news. We already understand in what direction we're thinking. I'm working with different ambassadors, athletes, golf players, basketball players, MMA fighters. Whoever has good links, everybody can be attracted to this product. Even Hollywood actors, we were discussing with Alexei how to do that. I guess we're going to surprise you very much. Who is going to become the ambassador of that magical ring? So, with some time, we'll tell you everything. Yes, thank you, Igor. Okay, you warmed up people's interest first. People had question, what is Sigma? Now there will be a next question, what is Sigma? Those people who heard about this and what kind of celebrities we're discussing here. Okay, let's move on. Alexander, when I when are we going to be able to stake this token? It's happening already. We have just announced that. Mikhail, it would be great if we'll be able to connect Dex Mobile to the phones which do not support eSIM solution. Mikhail, thank you for your trust, but you think too much of us. Don't write this, please, because for Alexei it's going to be a real challenge, and he's going to invent something new. Don't give him ideas. Mikhail, it looks like connecting laptop to internet, but the laptop which doesn't is not compatible with internet. I think it is easier to change a phone instead of connecting a regular phone to eSIMs. Romashka VIP is writing, how much will be your phone hardware? Okay, we have already revealed that information, too much of it. Igor, what is X1 Node? How different is this from Dex Node? If it is not different, then why did you invent the new name? Oh, yeah, tell them and I will add. Okay. Okay, anyway, to be brief, what is the difference? In fact, technically we're using the same DEX nodes, the ones which are DexNet and X1. The only difference is that X1 nodes are generating some X1 coins. So if while Dex node is earning clients only DexNet tokens, X1 node is working both on DexNet token and on X1 coins as well. You could say that it's two in one. You have revealed one secret. Okay, look, guys, for our community, for you to understand, we want to keep intact DexNet. DexNet is like a technological company, IT company, developer company, and so on. And the next stage for us would be to issue or produce DEX nodes on behalf of the blockchain. That's why they're going to be called X1 nodes, because they will be manufactured on behalf of the blockchain. Like now in the world and the crypto industry, many people find it relevant. It's a new trend and it's done by many other projects. and we caught on this trend. We have it. It's not like we are copying their solutions. We already are selling our DEX notes. We just decided to repackage it in such a way when now DEX notes are going to be sold from a certain moment in time. We're going to make this announcement separately, how it is going to work. And it's going to be done on behalf of uh, Eco nodes, X1 nodes and everything. It marries perfectly with this X1 eco chain. But anyway, DexNet is the main manufacturer of it. It's going to be just called or branded as X1 node. The only difference is that they're going to be sold on behalf of the blockchain. It makes sense to call them by the brand of the blockchain. But what Alexei just said, it is true. And moreover, very soon, we're going to tell you more things. So please hold tight. Okay, again, another secret revealed for today. Those people who understand what we're talking about, of course. Yuri, and how in principle are you planning to work if the validator's text node is going to break down? Am I going to lose one of my validation key? No, you're not going to lose it if you get in touch with the tech support and solve this issue within a few days. Mikhail is writing, I'm prepared to continue this discussion, Alexei, about opening the company in EU. Okay, Mikhail, thank you. We'll get in touch. Maybe we'll meet you at some of the company's events. We'll grab a cup of coffee and discuss it over it. Validation is unbreakable, says Bagheera. If you invent a phone, then the company is going to make a real breakthrough. Iskander, come on, we have already invented it. And again, it's going to be something fun. Sergey is writing to us, hello. Why not issue a DEX node where you can add and buy additional memories for 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 gigabytes to increase the memory storage? Yes, you can do this. In fact, Sergey, you don't need to reconfigure the existing DEX node. It specifically has USB 3.0 to expand its memory space. But again, expand by what? If you expand it by SSD, then yes, it makes sense. But if you expand it by HDD, hard drive disk, it's going to be too slow. So we had this idea to use this expansion ports, but then we realized that for many of our users, the main problem will be some of them are having problems even connecting it correctly. So it's not going to be quick if we activate the connection of external SSD disks. That's why we were thinking about another solution which would exclude the possibility of physical product connection, but will help us achieve our shared goals. So later we'll showcase it to you. Okay, and what's happening with the India branch? In India, unfortunately, internet connection is too weak. But there is a but. There is a solution. We haven't stopped there. Guys, India is going to be fully connected soon, and I'm confident that they're not going to lag behind for long. Yes, India is creating trends. Will there be 2 terabyte DEX node? No, Bagheera. Our first 1000 had 2 terabytes. What is the stage of DexCloud now? DexCloud enrollment. I skipped it. At what stage is the DexCloud application? Android is 99%, on iOS at about 92%. Yes, we are very, very close. Moderators, can you please provide the feed link to the chat because Mariana doesn't understand what kind of chat we're talking about here. Iskander is writing, Alexei, in fact, the matter is not only about community. 10% find technology also interesting. I'm sure that this is a global situation. It's great that different people have different interests, but everybody finds it interesting to make money. Iskander, it's because your traditional business with data center. That's why you're more keen on technologies, but absolute majority of other guys don't even understand what we have developed here. Thank you for your comment. Jean Balat is asking, when can we start testing our blockchain index safe? Very soon, Jean Balat. a CEO from the gaming studio, uh, gaming got in touch with you from Red Pat Games, Vildan Fazilov. Ah, ha, or that was a question. Have we been approached by Red Pat Games, Vildan Fazilov? No, not so far. Okay. We're already growing by 2%. I see people see the growth of the token value. How can we exchange DNC to DexNet token? See, my phone is open here. We're growing in value. Okay, moving on. DNC can be exchanged at marketplace, Nikolai. You can either go to the person who recommended buying DNC to you or make money by playing the game. Take a reference link to the marketplace. It's quite simple. You just choose DexNet as a thing you want to buy and pay with DNC. When DexNet is going to be listed, DexNet is already listed. You can make it in. If you're talking about X1 coin, then we're planning to list it in September. We're preparing for that. We're in communication with different exchanges. We'll look at which exchange to choose. And as soon as we get the contract from them, we'll be able to make it official. So we're eyeing September. Thank you, Igor. When the card is going to be activated, I mentioned at the beginning, if we're talking about the card which starts with 464, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken. 461. So if we're talking about this card which starts with 461, then never. You will have to write to the tech support, and the tech support will either refund it to you or transfer these funds to another card. But if you have a different starting number, it's okay. Alexei Igor, good afternoon. Thank you for your labor and your efforts. You're really goal-oriented persons. My question, what high-tech companies have shown their interest to the technology in the past 2 or 3 months, and which ones of them are more interested in collaboration with you? Thank you for your answer. It's a double-sided situation. On one hand, I want to name some of those companies because among those companies, we have real major blockchains and crypto communities and so on, high-tech ones. But on the other hand, I don't want to spoil the fun while we enter the final lap of signing an agreement or something. When they talk about this in their Twitter account, yeah, I suggest we'll leave it for later because we are preparing a list of such partnerships and collaborations. So far, those of you who are keeping an eye on our info resources in the blockchain, you see some partnership opportunities. We start working on this, but soon you're going to see really renowned names like blockchains, protocols, different gaming platforms. We're in negotiation with many of them. Our business developers are actively working 24/7 on that. That's why we expect real results real soon. But soon we're going to make an official announcement. I don't want to spoil it just yet. Just like it was mentioned, when we'll be able to shake hands, and then when they will be able to tell you about this from their side, when you'll be able to say this as well. Anatoly, thank you very much. I received answers to both of my questions. It's a really cool solution, Victor. I'm planning to change my phone for me and my wife. Should I wait for Dex phone in 2 TB in titanium body and all the services on board? Victor, where are you from? Where are you coming from? It's a hard question to answer, so we're going to skip it. You understand it very well, Victor. Too well. Yuri is writing to me. Thank you for your feedback. My question, I'm really interested in the real quantity of the people who are part of the DexNet community. Well, it's hard to give you exact number. If we're The way I measure it by the chats and something, we have more than 20,000. But if we look only at one application of DexPoint or DexSafe, we have more than 30, 40,000 downloads of that application. Call every download as a member of our community. I don't know. In DexPoint, it's more likely because people are using our application and get some rewards. And DexSafe is the same. People do not simply download it but use it. So generally speaking, I'd say all together, all the services, we have about 100,000 people, that about. So we're growing. Yes. Now, Firai is writing about PN. My partner came in, but there was no, my partner ended with a 50. Why there is no option? She just started with the testing period. Firai, it's hard to answer your question. I would recommend writing to the tech support. My colleagues will help you with that. Nina is writing, Dex Freedom back office is activated after the purchase of the package, or first I need to buy a DexNode. This is the question for Dex Freedom, I guess. Yes. Is it activated after the purchase of the package? I don't know yet. You ask them. Anastasia, guys, you're great. Thank you. I'm also waiting for Dex phone. When are you going to manufacture the ring? Next time there will be asking about Dex phone again. Alexei Igor, hello. I was running late for the broadcast. Tell me when the token is going to grow in value. Guy just entered the Zoom and started with the questions when the value of the token is going to grow. Dmitry, it looks like it has already grown. I think you're well running late not only for this Zoom but also for seeing the token value growth. Tatiana, I like you answering the question, jumping ahead of or expecting our questions. Just that, Tatiana, we're preparing a lot of services, but we're not releasing just all of them because of different reasons. See if we announce all of them and then we renege on our promises. That's why we try to be very careful and cautious about our announcements. We want to say and make it and keep our promises instead of making promises and not keeping them. Can I find out at least one famous partner from X1 blockchain? Comes from Jean Blat. Will you name a name? Jean Blat. If you look at the presentations, there is such a partner sitting there as OG Loves. I don't know whether you know this guy or not. There is a blockchain of guys like that. They were at our event. We spoke together on the same stage with Michael, the founding father. So Google for zero gravity, or this is the blockchain that raised more than $300 million last year. So these are the guys who we are partnering up with, and there are interesting ideas how to do it together, and subsequently we'll be able to do it. And also we have other partners. Okay, it's enough. One is enough. I just want to put them all together and then show them to you. I can tell you one thing, guys. When I named some of those names to my tech guys, some teams guys, projects, project is something temporary. If you look at the definition of the word project, it's something temporary. So the teams with their blockchains, such famous ones, when I am naming those names to my developers, they're, nodding their heads saying, wow, this is really serious. Mikhail is writing, look at the chart in real time. Yeah, we are keeping our eyes on the chart. You don't need to look, you need to act, because you can look forever and miss the spike. Vitaly is writing, guys, we already have 100 people ready to buy Dex phone. You're the best. Okay. Looks like we have gradually moved over to the Dex phone presentation today. We already have 100 people willing to buy it. Andre This is Italian language, right? No, no, this is Russian. Ah, no, no, no. It's Romanian. Since I was listening, I already made 15 USDCs. I think the token's value has increased. What is the difference to buy the package for 1500 or the Dex node for 1500? What is the difference? Well, it's two different things. With the Dex node, you're part of the whole ecosystem and you get the Dex node. You get all sorts of other privileges, but the token, you don't buy it once and you have it. And you then participate in staking, that's it. But with the Dex node, you will get many, many other benefits for many years ahead while it's still working, while we're still alive. You'll be getting your benefits. This is the main difference. DexNode will always generate tokens for you, but with the Dex tokens, you will just buy it, use it in staking, and that's it. End of story. Yes, thank you, Igor. One personal account. Can I connect different Dex nodes to one my personal account? Yes, you can. Will that Dex node be more expensive? I guess it is the question about X1 Dex node. No, we need just to wait for the official information about this. Igor is being very cautious in answering this. Yes, that's right. About X1 nodes, let's leave it until next time, okay? In fact, they're the same and different prices. I mean, yes, carry on. Yeah, you started reading the question. Will there be lifelong privileges for the first DEX nodes? I guess there were so many privileges already shared with the early adopters. You'll be able to leave many tokens to your children already. So you already have enjoyed many privileges. While it's working, it exists. Nobody can tell what will happen in 5, 10 years, but we're just moving ahead. Ayat is asking next question. And this DEX nodes are going to generate more coins and tokens. Ayat, you need to give us some time. We'll answer it later. X1 node will have validation. No, it won't have validation. Validation will be designated to any one of the DEX node, either DexNet or X1, only if it has a validation key. Generally speaking, we're not sure whether we need to sell more validation keys. We have connected 51 validators. 51 DEX node is already being actively tested. And gradually by the end of the month, we want to connect all 500 plus validators. And after that, we'll see whether we'll need more validators, but I don't think so. Ludmila, judging from your exclamation marks, it's a compliment. I enjoy your tandem. It's super juicy and promising. We thank your wives. Now she's talking about our wives. They're invisible to us, but they surely inspire you. Thank you. Great inventors. Thank you, Ludmila. Samara, can I upgrade my old Dex node for you to generate coins? Yes and no. I know how to answer this question, Samara. Again, we need to wait for that. Please be patient. Okay. Reveal at least one secret today, guys. Alex is right. We've revealed too much already. Let's restrain ourselves now. Maybe DexNode can be issued as a smart speaker like Alice with AI. Guys, you cannot even imagine what AI Alice is doing. We can have separate 8-hour long AMA session about AI Alice. Yuri, it was also a great suggestion to add AI like Alice to DexNode. Guys, it will spell you doom. Forget about this. Just call it Nordic. How can I open my new card? Guys, wait a bit. We're connecting new cards now. We are at the stage of testing. That's why we're going to share the instrument how to do that. And I will tell you right away. I managed many times before. be very careful. We have agreed with this supplier. So the supplier is going to refund our balance and will compensate it to you. We're prepared to compensate to you already because we don't want to wait because it's sure that we're going to close them. When will the third round of pre-sale will start? Please share the conditions of the third round because the conditions have changed, as I understand, compared to the initial ones. Yes, guys, always we kept talking about this that, and our recommendation was to the guys who are programming or developing something. It's important to look to release MVP and then improve it and upgrade it. The same situation with the blockchain. When we were releasing it in the first and second round, it was like a test for us. It was like MVP, minimum valuable product. We looked at it, and when we were doing the first round, we were doing only for the close community. In the second round, we started to reach out to the market, but received a lot of feedback, and it was great for us to see that the people who are partnering up with us, they showed many things that we were unaware of. We decided not to do the third round in a normal uh, way with a token or coin by selling coin, and that's why the third round is not going to be a sale. It's not going to be a token sale. That's why last time we told you when the second round was closing down, we kept talking about this that if you want to buy X1 coin, it is the very last chance for you to do because later on there will be no possibility for you to buy coin for USDT. Now there will be a third round, but the biggest attention will be on the third round, which is very close to be launched and will be not node sale, node sale. It will be not node sale, not coin sale. So please wait for this information. It's very close, and soon we're going to announce. It's going to include, there will be coins to be sold together with the DEX nodes, but we'll reveal this news later. Thank you, Igor. So tokens value is going up. You're asking, how many DEX mobile subscribers do you have already? There are registrations, paid registrations. If you find it important, we can put it up in the table and show it at the next AMA session. DexSafe Ayat is working with errors on Android and Samsung Galaxy Ultra. Often the application is closed. Ayat, thank you for your information. Can I ask you to copy this message and send it to the tech support? Maybe it's an individual error and we'll need some additional information about your smartphone. Yes, thank you for your feedback, Arthur. Hello, everyone. 100,000 or 100 million tokens from the staking pool number 2, or they're going to be used up until the end of the promo. Not there. Should whatever happens first, either 100 million tokens are used up or the promo term comes to an end. It's the question not from the pool, it's from the staking pool. Alexei is asking about Telegram chat with a live communication. Mariana, in fact, there are two Telegram chats. One contains comments under Igor's channel, second one under my personal channel. If you're subscribed to our channels, any one of your comments opens up that chat. Can I buy X1 coin now? Marianne is asking it. I just explained that it's not possible to buy it now. Second round was the last one where you could buy it. Next, you will be able to do it only as an add-on to buying DexNode. Okay. Vinier is writing, do I understand correctly that we are on the 15th block out of 60? I realize this is the time when I can use the chance to have tokens, and all the rest times of the blocks I will be just using services and technologies. Venera, see, we are distributing tokens throughout 60 blocks. It's like distributing airdrop. It's like airdrops coming from the reward pool, replenished by users of services and technologies. After the 60th block, airdrop will stop and we'll have only the reward pool, but additional pool will be connected to that. That's why the chance is very good now to start generating the DEX nodes. Can I upgrade DexNode to X1 node? I will come back to that question later. Iskander, how can I understand whether my DexNode is validating? Either it is subscribed as a validation node in your back office, or you can look at the hash number and see in the observer how it is subscribing transactions or not. Vladimir is asking why Alice is death. It's a big topic to discuss. Let's say like this, AI is the entity that works quicker than any one of us, quicker than all of us together, actually, in processing data. And if this entity gets out of control, it's a terrible thing. That is why to use AI is good. Of course, it's bad when you're using it when you're not in full control of that, when you're not in control environment. And what is happening with the home assistants, you cannot even imagine how much personal data they're collecting. And based on the personal data, they're shaping up information which will allow them to manipulate people. That's why you have to be extra careful with the AI. This is the kind of story that has started. It's irreversible. So let's try to postpone it for as long as possible when the mankind will understand that AI is not what it's cut out to be. That's why I want to mention that. Yes, that's how it was commented by people. And the physical card, when can we expect it? The physical card, Marianne. Now we want to decide on such uh, reliable suppliers. We have a few of them. And we look at how out of those suppliers, which ones close down and they cannot survive the change, or which ones of them are more flexible. That's why we're going to decide on the reliable supplier who will survive after these changes, and then we'll develop a physical card. Ali is writing, can we do it without AI? Because we think AI is teaching us. In fact, it is learning from us. I don't want to let into this technology this element. Yes, Ala, you can even imagine what's happening there. Igor is well aware of those details. It's quite interesting. Yeah, you just be aware of this. I'm not against AI because it helps us in processing databases and everything. In some services, in some limited environment, we can use it, but you cannot allow it into DexNet safe. Vitaly is writing. For those people who understand, Alice is like a Trojan horse going into all the sanctum, and it is starts managing your life. You're no longer in control. That's a fact, Vitaly. Okay, when are you going to summarize the results of the first and second pre-sale rounds before the launch of the third round? We're going to summarize and launch a more like a showcase, the third pre-sale very soon. Alexei is asking next question. Where is it safer to keep tokens or coins in a back office of DexNet or DexSafe? DexSafe, Alexei. If you access to seed phrase or private keys, you're the only owner of this, then it's super secure and safe. Those tokens which you keep in the back office, the problem is that the seed phrase to that wallet a number of offices might have or people might have. But this is not the most terrible thing. But I feel more comfortable when I'm the single person who is in control of the process. When there is somebody else who is in control, I can miss something. So my honest question is the safest place is DexSafe. Mikhail, many people who install DexPoint don't receive activation code on their email. Mikhail, go to the tech support with that question. Victor, Apple Watch was made with eSIM. We need to have a similar Dex watch. And this way we will circumnavigate the need to buy a telephone with this SIM. 1% from the overall returns to me for the idea. Thank you, Victor, for the idea. Of course, the idea with Dex Watch we considered about a year and a half ago, Igor, right? Yes. So far we postponed it because there are some security issues related to that. And Ayat is writing, AI is like Skynet and Terminator. That's right. About the same. It's just that it won't be launching the rockets or missiles. We're going to give it everything ourselves. So upon the end of the promo, 45, 47 million tokens are going to leave the market. It's not that much, but it can affect the value of the token. That's right, Arthur. The purchase of the token packages are going to be done for cryptocurrency or dollars for cryptocurrency, because later on tokens are bought for that. Your cryptocurrency automatically will be used to make payouts in the distributors company, and part of it will be used to buy tokens. We don't need Alice. In tens of years, there will be much less and less of us human beings living in the world. That's already happening. Tatiana, see, Igor is pumping them up for that. Okay, you're recommending say no to Alice in household environment. Thank you. Tatiana, I know. It's for you to decide, of course. It's your decision. I don't own any Alice speaker. Me either. We're not using these technologies. And it's for you to decide whether you need this or not. You have to be extra careful with that. Just need to understand that all the devices know everything about you. And AI equipped devices know even how you think. If you think it is raving, I'm raving mad, read up about that. Let's take three last questions and we'll wrap it up for today because we've been live for 1 hour and a half already. Can I keep my Bitcoin in DexSafe? Yes, then in what network? Yes, you can. It's for you to decide which network to keep it in, wherever you have the Bitcoin. When will it be possible to change the password to personal cabinet to back office in DexNet? Yes, you promised it half a year ago. Yes, we promised to roll out that update, and that update is being rolled out as we speak. Good evening. In fact, DexSafe doesn't really is not compatible with the Samsung phones. It's crashing all the time. Ever since last autumn, I was bothering tech support. Not a single of their suggestion that can help me. Only Alexei can help me, hopefully. Thank you, Edward, but I think we need some time to look at it. I'm asking moderators to take a screenshot of this message and we'll look at it at the tech support history. We've had very good broadcast today. Let's do it more frequently. In Russia, mobile internet is being switched off more frequently. Is there a life hack how to be connected? Yes, guys, but we don't have enough time for that. Initially, when we entered this business, we thought that we'll distribute much more DEX nodes. Life hack is to distribute as many DEX nodes as possible. Let's take this life hack and try to distribute them quickly. Oh, okay, Alexei and Igor, thank you for being such great, inspiring individuals. Some more gratitude. I think that's it. We've taken all the questions. Yes, we haven't reached the forum, but I'm sure there will a lot of questions repeated there. Okay, guys, I guess that would be all for today. We've suffered enough. Alexei, thank you very much for this broadcast. Thank you for answering questions. Thank you for coming. And I would like to thank our team. Thank you for everybody who was involved, and we'll see you again next time very soon. Keep an eye on our news channel. Let's not just be bystanders, but be active participants. There are many instruments to use it, to scale it up, to build your business. So let's use it all. And you will see yourself how it's going to change your life and how it's going to benefit everybody who you know. I'd like to thank everybody. Enjoy the rest of the evening. See you next time. Yes, thank you. Bye-bye, Igor. Thank you. The team, community. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.